Now for our story. The last few months had been the happiest Carla Descari had ever known. She rarely looked back to the dark weeks while Mario was away after their quarrel. Carla's husband had struck her in a rage caused by a false story which connected the young woman with Bill Meade. He had disappeared afterward, believing he'd murdered her. But Aunt Mary had gone in search of him and had finally brought about his return to Wakefield and the reconciliation of the young couple. Carla would always be grateful to Mary Lane, and Mario shared his wife's love for the Lane family. Well, today, the happy young husband and wife are having lunch in the pleasant kitchen of the rambling old Descari farmhouse.
Mario, will you have some more of the minestrone?
Oh, no, thank you. But it's awfully good today, baby. You know, I think you make it even better than Mama did.
Oh, no, Mario. After all, she was the one who taught me how.
Well, just the same, it's awfully good.
Would you like some cake for dessert?
I think I'll have an apple and some cheese. Now, what about you, though? You're not eating much.
Oh, I'm not very hungry.
Oh, you gotta eat, Carla. Remember the bambino.
Well, the doctors don't tell you to eat lots anymore. Just so long as you eat the right things, the baby will be all right.
It won't be long now before the baby is here, will it?
No. Mario, you don't really care whether it'll be a girl or a boy, do you?
No, of course I don't. Still, it would be fine to have a son, Carla.
But if the baby should be a girl, Mario?
If it's a girl, I'll love her twice as much.
Are you sure?
Sure, of course. Certamente. Oh, come on in.
Why, it's Mr. Bergman.
Come in.
Thank you. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you at your meal.
Oh, that's okay, Mr. Bergman. Sit down and have something. Oh, Carla, bring Mr. Bergman some of that good minestrone.
Right away.
Oh, no, thank you. Louisa and I had already our lunch.
Oh, you'll be missing something if you don't try some.
I know. I've tasted Carla's minestrone. But another time, huh? Oh, I almost forgot. Louisa sent over a little present.
Oh.
It's for the baby.
Oh, why, Mr. Bergman, how nice of her to think of it.
I've got it right here in my pocket. Ah, here it is.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Mario, look. A little cap and sweater. Isn't it lovely?
Oh, gosh. Mr. Bergman, that sure is swell of your wife.
See, the blue ribbon on one side and the pink on the other.
Louisa said to tell you the one side comes off, depending.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Oh, it's so small. Gee, imagine somebody wearing that.
She's making some, what do you call them, booties. The tiny little shoes. So small they are.
Tell her thank you for me, please, until I get over to tell her myself.
Oh, it's nothing. Louisa loves to make things. It's a great pleasure to give little presents. Especially for the children. Now that we are alone.
I know. I know how hard it must be for you and your wife. Both of your sons.
Yeah, my sons. But let's not talk about it. You and Mario have your lifetime ahead of you. We mustn't spoil your happiness with sad thoughts. Louisa and I are old now. What happens to us from now on isn't so important.
Oh, but it is important, Mr. Bergman.
Nah. Really, I came to ask Mario a little favor.
Oh, of course. Just name it.
My car. Something's kaput. I don't know what. It won't start.
Oh, we'll have a look at it right away.
Well, Mario's very good with cars. It's magic how he knows what to do.
It may be we have to buy a new part. I don't know. But I wanted to go into town this afternoon. I wondered.
Well, then it works out swell. I'm going in. You can go with me. This evening, we'll check up on what's wrong. I'll have plenty of time then.
Oh, that would be fine. If it isn't too much trouble, Mary.
Oh, of course not. I'm glad to do it. Oh, Carla, did you make out the list?
I have it right here.
Oh, good. Then, if Mr. Bergman's ready, we can start.
Oh, but first you must change your shirt, Mario.
Huh?
Do you think I want people to see my husband in a rumpled one?
Carla's a good wife, Mario. She looks after you the way my Louisa takes care of me.
No, we're a couple of lucky guys, eh, Mr. Bergman?
Lucky for me, you are planning to go to Wakefield today, Mario.
If I hadn't, I would have driven you in anyway. That's what a neighbor's for, to help a guy when he needs it.
You have been a very good neighbor, Mario. Louisa and I are going to miss knowing you and Carla.
Miss us? But you're not going away.
Yes, I think we will.
Oh, it's too bad. Carla will be terribly disappointed. Me too, Mr. Bergman. You're really going to leave that swell farm?
We thought about it a long time before we made up our minds. But in the end, we decided it was for the best. We are getting old, Marion, and that's a big farm. I can't look after it right anymore. When the boys went away to the army, I thought I could manage somehow until they came home. But then they didn't come home.
Yeah, sure I know. It's been pretty tough on you and your wife.
You see, Mario, there's so many memories there. We keep remembering when we were a happy family. When the boys were growing up. Well, now, you want to sell the farm. Go away, where every little thing won't be there to remind us. 2 boys, Mario. To lose 2.
Yeah. Where will you go?
We haven't decided, but if Mr. Calvert can get us a good price, we might buy a little place near Louisa's sister. It's good to be near your own people as you get old.
Well, you're going to let Calvert handle it, huh?
Yes. He was out looking it over the other day. He thinks he can get us a quick sale. Maybe we have to take a little less if we want to sell fast, he said, but... Maybe he is right, but such a good farm.
I don't know why you should have to sell for less, not with the kind of land you've got.
Well, I guess Mr. Calvert knows what he's talking about. The other day, when he was out, we hadn't made up our minds finally to sell, but today I'll tell him to go ahead.
Today, huh? Mr. Bergman, I was wondering. You know, Randy Lane's just opened a real estate office.
Has he? Is that so?
Yes, he's just getting started. He's a smart guy, Randy is, and honest.
Oh, that I know. Yeah, I know. Mary Lane's son.
That's right. Randy sure takes after his mother. He'll probably make a go of this real estate business once he gets rolling. Right now, he has to get himself established.
Sure. It takes time, you know.
Yes. I was thinking it'd be swell if you'd let Randy handle this deal of yours.
Huh? Never thought of that, man. Wakefield, when it comes to real estate, a man always thinks of Ben Calvert.
Sure, he's always been the only one there was.
Yes, you get into the habit.
But now that Randy's starting out, we ought to try and give him a boost.
Well, Mayor, Randy is just starting out.
Well, yeah, sure, but a guy's got to start someplace, and someone has to be the first to help him. He was a soldier, too, you know, like your son. Let's see, I think Randy went to the Marines a couple of weeks after Emil went to the Army.
Yes, just about, I think.
Yes. And you know something? I'll bet Randy could give you a very good deal. Oh, well, of course, I don't mean to butt in. It's your business.
Yeah. Maybe you're right, Mayor. It always takes me a little time to get used to a new idea. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Well, why don't you just go by and see Randy today? Talk to him.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Good.
As you say, Randy was a soldier, just like Emil and Klaus. They are gone. But maybe I can help him, huh?
Sure.
Usually I talk things over with Louisa first. But this time, I don't need to worry. Louisa, she has a soft spot in her heart for all young men. She would also be glad to help Mary Lane's son.
Mario was very pleased. He was anxious to help Randy Lane, for he owed Randy's mother a debt of gratitude Mario felt he could never repay. Besides, Randy was now Bill Meade's cousin by marriage, and Mario owed Bill a lot, too. But the young Italian's attempt to do a good turn for Randy Lane may lead to complications and difficulties no one can foresee. Ben Calvert would be very angry if he knew what happened today.